It's finally here, the long-awaited journey, the day that the sun is shining, the sky is beautiful with puffy white clouds, and leaves are rustling in the breeze. Anticipation grows as the Cadillac Coupe de Ville turns off the main road and into the community. The pavement is still fresh. The palm trees lining the roadway are young, thin, and barely tall enough to cast shade. As the car glides down the block, its occupants are excited to see what was once a concept on a drawing spread across a dining room table, now becoming their new dream home, and their dream home becoming part of a dream community. Dreams are made of imagination, vision, determination, courage, faith, chance, and time. We are all here because of dreams. Dreamers created a destination, and dreamers moved to that destination. Good evening, commissioners, residents, business leaders, our members of our city team, and community partners. Thank you for joining us tonight for the 2026 State of the City. The occupants of that car were my grandfather and his first wife, and the blueprints were the papers spread across my mother's dining room table in New York City, surrounded by my grandmother, family, and friends in 1973. That community was the Woodlands. Not only did my grandparents move here, but within the next few years, my great aunt and uncle moved to Westwood too, and very close family friends settled in at Wedgwood. Tamarac was the place where people moved to retire, but also people moved where they were drawn to its quality of life and saw it as a place where they could retire one day. Life was simple. They were shopping at Burdines and Beals and dining out at restaurants like Christine Lee's, The Bagel Joint, Steak and Ale, and a local bar, Archie's West. Many long-term residents remember those familiar places. Today, Burdines has become Marshall's, Beals has become Goodwill, The Bagel Joint is now Krispy Kreme, Christine Lee's is home to the Tamarac Moose Lodge, Steak and Ale has given way to Chase Bank, and Archie's West is now a learning center serving young children. Those changes tell a story of Tamarac. As our community has grown and evolved, so have the businesses that serve our city. The businesses of the past reflected the needs of residents then, and the businesses of today reflect the needs of residents now. People and businesses change, but the desire of the city remains the same: growth and modernization to meet current and future needs. It's about rising to challenges and taking chances. Some of you have heard me say this before. Tamarac is no longer my grandparents' Tamarac. It's not a good thing, nor a bad thing. It simply reflects growth. Our city has matured. It is our Tamarac, a place where it's no longer defined by just one chapter of life. As a multicultural, multi-generational city that has grown from approximately 5,000 residents in 1963 to nearly 75,000 today, we cannot stand still. Our services must remain contemporary, and investments must continue in public safety, parks, healthcare, technology, transportation, and economic development. The road that began with a few neighborhoods, a handful of businesses, and dreams early residents led us to a vibrant, inclusive city we know today. Tonight, we reflect on how far Tamarac has come, take pride in our accomplishments, appreciate where we are today, and focus on the opportunities and priorities that lie on our road ahead. Ladies and gentlemen, let's take a ride around Tamarac. Preparing for the future requires more than a vision or a dream. It requires action and strategic investment. Unlike cities with community redevelopment agencies that require land and finance redevelopment projects, Tamarac has taken a different approach. Over the years, the city has purchased several parcels of land along major corridors for current and future opportunities that align with our needs and our character, several of which in Tamarac's opportunity zones that are federally designated. These areas identified for economic growth, where private investors can receive federal tax incentives for making long-term investments in businesses, redevelopment projects, and other community investments and improvements. Currently, in one of our opportunity zones, there are 3 adjacent parcels totaling 1.79 acres along the south side of Commercial Boulevard on State Road 7, just north of what was home to one of the city's first businesses, Bear's Furniture. In 1968, when the land was just a cow pasture, it became Bear's second store in Florida. That property is now home to a modern and unique use, the the world's largest Mercedes collection, the Patina Collective. Last year, the city acquired approximately 3 additional acres in the Opportunity Zone, 3650 and 3680 West Commercial Boulevard, just east of State Road 7. Last month, the city applied for additional Opportunity Zone designations at tactical locations. This is a competitive process, and we expect to receive a decision in October. These properties, along with other strategic sites throughout the city, represent opportunities to shape Tamarac's future. By encouraging thoughtful redevelopment and investment, we can create jobs, attract new businesses, and strengthen our vibrant city. While these properties represent future opportunities, economic growth is already taking place in Tamarac through our businesses and we continue to invest in them. Over the past year, the city issued 249 business tax receipts, bringing the total number of businesses operating in Tamarac to nearly 3,000. Together, these businesses generated nearly $689,000 in business tax receipt revenue. At the same time, as mentioned, the city invested in them. We invested in our businesses through our Small Business Micro Grant program. We help local entrepreneurs offset the cost of equipment, inventory, marketing, rent, insurance, and other business expenses that support growth and day-to-day operations. Since the program launched in July 2025, it has received more than 83 applications and was awarded more than $347,000 to 61 businesses. Additionally, approximately $148,000 was awarded through our new Tenant Improvement and Interior Build-Out Grant Program. This helps attract new businesses to Tamarac by assisting with the cost of renovating commercial spaces, purchasing equipment and furnishings, installing signage, and preparing locations to open their doors. Touch of Sterling Beauty Supply and Origins Cafe are the first businesses to receive funding through this program. We're looking forward to their doors opening soon and their success in meeting the needs of our community and attracting additional businesses to the plazas they occupy. As we drive the area just west of the northwest corner of North University Drive and McNabb Road, we come to the location of our first Facade Improvement Grant Program recipient. The property owner was awarded a $250,000 reimbursement grant as part of a nearly $5 million private investment. The plaza has been transformed with a modern appearance, upgraded infrastructure, enhanced lighting, and improved landscaping. 2 new businesses are already calling this plaza home: Beauty Masters, which is now open, and Bravo Supermarket, which is expected to open in the coming months. We are excited to announce that we can retire the reference to this plaza as the Old Winn-Dixie Plaza, and it's now time to call it the Bravo and Beauty Masters Plaza. Or how about the Double B? Anybody like that? Just a thought, just a thought. So Tamarac is home to some truly remarkable businesses, and one we've had the pleasure of calling our own for decades is about to show us something new and spectacular. City Furniture, a name synonymous with this community, has a big announcement coming in just 5 days. So please stay tuned because I think you're going to love what they have in store. From supporting local entrepreneurs and small businesses to attracting significant private investment, Tamarac is helping to create jobs, expand economic opportunities, and build a strong foundation for the future. The city continued its advanced metering infrastructure upgrades with more than 18,000 water meters placed to improve efficiency, reliability, and billing transparency. The long-awaited interactive water meter portal will be available for residents and businesses this summer. City crews also cleared more than 60,000 linear feet of stormwater pipe to reduce flooding risks, cleaned over 2,000 linear feet of sewer pipe, and inspected thousands more to help prevent future system failures. A major accomplishment this year was the completion of the Northwest 94th Avenue Roadway and Drainage Improvement Project. This is by Challenger Elementary and Millennium Collegiate Academy. The project upgraded critical infrastructure while improving safety and accessibility for pedestrians traveling through the area. As we drive north and head west, we come to Northwest 77th Street and Greenwood Boulevard near Tamarac Sports Complex. The city is planning a new pedestrian crossing there. Today, the nearest sidewalk connections across Northwest 77th Street are at Nob Hill Road and Pine Island, nearly a mile apart, making this improvement very important for pedestrian safety and accessibility. This project will feature a flashing beacon system, ADA accessible ramps, enhanced signage, and highly visibility pavement markings. You say that a few times fast. Construction is anticipated to be completed at the end of the year, and we look forward to this new crossing providing a safer and more direct connection to residents accessing one of our city's most popular parks. So let's continue down south on Pine Island Road, passing City Hall, and we head towards McNabb Road. Along this corridor, the roadway narrows from 3 lanes to 2, creating a bottleneck for motorists before expanding back to 3 lanes near Commercial Boulevard. To address concerns, Broward County is moving forward with the Pine Island Road Capacity and Safety Improvement Project through the MAP Broward program. The goal of this project is in alignment with the Safe Streets for All initiative, which will enhance road capacity, safety, and mobility for all users: pedestrians, bicyclists, transit riders, motorists, and even golf cart users. Planned enhancements include a 6-lane divided roadway, wider sidewalks, a new northbound U-turn lane, upgraded pedestrian crossings, improved lighting, stormwater upgrades, and enhanced landscaping. The project will also preserve many of the mature trees that contribute to the character of the roadway. Now let's turn east on Northwest 57th Street from Pine Island Road. Along this corridor, the city is advancing the 57th Street project, which builds upon the vision first established through the Main Street and Town Center planning efforts in 2003. This project in this location is now known as Tamarac Village. The project represents the next phase of improvements, extending the downtown boulevard concept from Pine Island Road to University Drive to enhance safety, accessibility, connectivity, and the overall appearance of the area. If you join us tomorrow night at our community meeting, you will have the opportunity to learn more about the project and the grant funding the city is pursuing to help bring this vision to life. We hope to see you at 6 p.m. at the Community Center to share your input and show your support. Tamarac is also expanding electric vehicle infrastructure through new fast charging stations at Caparella Overflow Parking Lot and Caparella Aquatic Center. These installations are supported by a state grant of more than $125,000. While these investments may not always be the most visible, they are among the most important. We need to ensure that our residents and businesses can count on the essential services they rely on from the city every day while supporting whatever is on the road ahead. Tamarac also continues investing in landscaping improvements, enhancements to shared public spaces throughout the city, and public art installations funded through non-tax dollar sources. At the Tamarac Sports Complex, the city is adding creative sports-themed benches that reflect energy, teamwork, and community spirit found throughout the park. These unique and functional art pieces are expected to be completed within the next year for residents and visitors to enjoy. The first phase of our Gateway Landscape Improvement Project is on track for completion this year. The enhancements will beautify some of Tamarac's most visible corridors and intersections, helping create a stronger sense of place and a more welcoming environment. Improvements are planned at Pine Island Road and Commercial Boulevard, Rock Island Road and Bailey Road, University Drive, and Southgate Boulevard. When you drive down the street, do you ever just smile as you see a vibrant green tree and its leaves against a bright blue sky? So I do. Every time I drive Commercial Boulevard heading to and from home, this beautiful tree is in the median. For me, there's just something calming about this tree and many others around the city. And it seems that I'm not alone in the city of Tamarac, as we were once again recognized as Tree City USA Community for the 34th consecutive year. To help show our commitment to strengthening environmental resilience, enhancing neighborhood character, and beautifying public spaces, 91 new trees were planted throughout the city. As we move beyond roadways and infrastructure connecting the city, we arrive at something equally important: the places where people come together. Community participation continued to grow this year as residents came for events and celebrations throughout Tamarac. The Turkey Trot welcomed a record 2,500 registered participants, the largest turnout in the event's history, with perhaps a few unofficial participants as well. Thousands more joined us at the One Tamarac Multicultural Festival to celebrate the cultures and traditions that help make Tamarac the welcoming and vibrant community it is today. These events bring neighbors together, strengthen community connections, and create a sense of belonging that makes Tamarac feel like home. Part of appreciating everyone who calls Tamarac home is ensuring that our programs and events are welcoming and accessible to all. Tamarac is proud to be designated as an autism-inclusive city and remains committed to supporting autistic residents and their families. Throughout the year, the city expanded accessibility efforts, increased the use of communication boards at our playgrounds, and hosted a variety of sensory-friendly programs, including an egg hunt, a meet and greet with Santa, and an arts and crafts day. Each of these opportunities was thoughtfully designed to provide an enjoyable experience for individuals with autism and for their families. Life in Tamarac is more than just where we live. It's about how we connect, how we stay active, and how we enjoy our community. In 2025, more than 5,100 enrollments were recorded across recreation programs, and senior program memberships grew to more than 1,100 participants. From camps to sport leagues to fitness and wellness programs, residents continue to take advantage of opportunities that promote healthy living and meaningful connections. To support this growing participation, the city continued to invest in recreational amenities, programs, and services. The Tamarac Sports Complex was enhanced with new pickleball courts, while an improved online registration system made it easier for residents accessing programs and memberships. Demand for recreational facilities remained strong, and residents were able to rent and use field reservations throughout the year. Looking ahead, more than $2.3 million in park improvements are planned for 2027, including a new playground at the Tamarac Sports Complex, lighting enhancements at the Veterans Park and Gary B. Jones Park for people and pups to extend park access into the evenings, and also the return of the West Side Dog Park on Northwest 108th Terrace. And after nearly a decade of planning, residents will soon begin to see the vision of Sable Pond Park become a reality. Approximately $8.2 million in investment will transform nearly 8 acres into a premier community designation, featuring a splash pad, covered playground, fitness center, multi-purpose field, basketball and tennis courts, dog park, picnic shelters, and walking trails. Scheduled for completion in 2027, the park will provide new opportunities for recreation, wellness, and community gathering for people of all ages. It is an honor to recognize the Tamarac Red Dragons soccer team on their undefeated championship season. That's right. Made up of players ages 12 to 14, the team demonstrated exceptional teamwork, determination, and hard work, making our city very proud. And perhaps we're looking at future World Cup FIFA stars right here in our own backyard, right? Exactly. Education continues to be the cornerstone of Tamarac's future, with our schools helping students achieve strong academic outcomes while preparing them for college, careers, and lifelong learning. Tamarac's only high school, Millennium 6 through 12 Collegiate Academy, is ranked #1 high school in Broward County. That's right. And it is 4th in Florida. The class of 2026 also achieved a 100% college acceptance rate. This year's graduating class of 64 seniors earned more than $1 million in scholarship awards, reflecting both their academic achievement and opportunities available to Tamarac students. Tamarac is proud to invest in students of all ages as they pursue their educational goals through the Tamarac Scholars Program, which is generously funded by WM. This year, Tamarac will award a total of $125,000 in scholarships to 45 Tamarac residents. It will be our honor to recognize the 2026 scholarship recipients and present their awards at the City Commission meeting on June 24th. Congratulations to this year's Tamarac Scholars and all graduates. Best wishes to you as you continue pursuing your educational and professional goals. Yes. While investing in education helps build a stronger future, maintaining a safe community is just as important. Right next door to City Hall is the headquarters of BSO District 7, Tamarac's hometown police force. To help ensure people have access to the assistance when they need it, the city recently installed a code blue emergency phone outside the building, providing for direct after-hours access to the BSO non-emergency line and 911 at the push of a button. In 2025, Tamarac's overall crime index decreased by 8% through continued coordination with BSO and proactive enforcement strategies focused on prevention, visibility, and rapid response. Significant reductions were recorded in several key categories. Auto thefts decreased by 36%, and vehicle burglaries decreased by 50%. We can clap on that. Technology continues strengthening public safety operations by helping law enforcement respond quickly and support investigations. Tamarac's license plate reader program, which includes fixed and mobile units throughout the city, helped recover 64 stolen vehicles, identified 38 suspects, and closed 22 cases. BSO continued to prioritize roadway safety through enhanced traffic enforcement efforts and the deployment of additional deputies focused on promoting safe driving throughout the community. More than 11,000 citations were issued this year through these proactive safety initiatives. Later tonight, the Commission will consider another traffic safety tool, the implementation of school zone speed detection systems. The BSO team maintains a visible presence throughout our city and work every day to help keep everyone safe. Their community engagement initiatives such as National Night Out, the Senior Safety Awareness Summit, and the Back to School Touch a Truck events strengthen relationships between community members and first responders. The relaunch of the Explorer program provides young people interested in law enforcement careers with mentorship and hands-on experience. Cheers to our future and current law enforcement, and on behalf of the city, we appreciate your continued dedication, professionalism, and commitment to protecting us. Thank you. Working side by side daily, our BSO District Team 7 and Tamarac Fire Rescue personnel are a perfect complement to each other by providing exceptional public safety service. In 2025, Tamarac Fire Rescue responded to more than 14,500 calls for service while maintaining an average response time of less than 8 minutes. The department also reaffirmed its ISO Class 1 designation and earned reaccreditation through the Commission on Fire Accreditation International, confirming its status as a premier fire rescue organization internationally. Public safety in Tamarac extends beyond emergency response and law enforcement. Through CPR and AED training, Tamarac Fire Rescue is empowering residents, city employees, and school staff with life-saving skills that can make a difference when every second counts. Last year, more than 700 individuals received this important training, including staff at Challenger Elementary School and Millennium 6-12 Collegiate Academy. You never know where and when an incident will arise, and when your preparedness will help with a split-second decision. On October 26, 2025, Tamarac Fire Rescue firefighter paramedics Gregory Asef, Edward Rodriguez, and Christian Coleman were returning from a patient transport on the Sawgrass Expressway when they encountered a severely damaged vehicle on the side of the road. Without hesitation, they stopped, assessed the situation, and went to work. Moments before the vehicle became engulfed in flames, they extricated the unconscious driver and provided life-saving medical care. A few weeks ago, the American Red Cross honored these firefighters with its life-saving award, recognizing their courage, quick thinking, and selfless actions under extraordinary circumstances. Please join me in congratulating them for this exceptional recognition. We are grateful that they have selected Tamarac to call home. And actually, here's to all of our first responders, our frontline, and all of our public services personnel. Thank you for all that you do. Strong communities also depend on access to high-quality healthcare, and Tamarac continues to strengthen its position as a growing healthcare destination within West Broward County. HCA Florida Woodmont Hospital continues to earn national recognition for its outstanding care, ranking among the top 5 hospitals in Florida for surgical care, being named one of America's 50 best hospitals for surgical care, and earning a place among the top 100 hospitals in the nation for orthopedic surgery. The hospital's impact on our community continues to grow. In 2025 alone, HCA Woodmont recorded more than 11,800 inpatient admissions, 41,000 emergency room visits, and more than 4,000 surgeries, providing critical care to residents throughout Tamarac and in the surrounding area. In October, the hospital unveiled its new cardiac catheterization lab, bringing advanced cardiac care directly to Tamarac. Since its opening, the cath lab has already completed more than 300 procedures and is expanding access to life-saving cardiac services. The hospital is now working on becoming a dedicated ST elevation myocardial infarction or STEMI facility, which means patients experiencing a severe heart attack could receive treatment at HCA Woodmont rather than being transferred to another facility, especially as every second counts. Building on the success of the program, planning is already underway for the second cardiac catheterization lab to meet the growing demand and further expand cardiac care services. In the past 2 years, nearly $85 million has been invested to modernize the hospital campus. Major upgrades include advanced surgical technology and robotic systems that were designed to enhance precision, help reduce recovery times, and expand treatment capabilities across multiple specialties. We appreciate HCA Woodmont Hospital's investment in making sure residents and visitors have access to excellent critical healthcare services and being one of the city's largest employers. As Tamarac continues to grow, it's important that growth is managed in a way that protects the quality of life residents value and need. The Tamarac 2050 Comprehensive Plan provides a roadmap that was shaped by community input and reflects the priorities residents identified for Tamarac's future. It does not determine specific projects. Instead, it guides decisions, investments, and development over the next 25 years. The goal is simple: to ensure Tamarac remains strong, connected, and financially stable. As our journey through Tamarac tonight comes to a close, one thing becomes clear: the progress we see across the city is a result of years of planning, investment, collaboration, and shared commitment to moving Tamarac forward. Tamarac's story continues to be one of progress, partnership, possibility, and the best chapters are still yet to come. Before we end our drive through Tamarac, let's take a brief detour. Every drive has moments where you don't always stay on the intended path. Sometimes GPS has its own travel plans. Construction in a different route is always available. Our detour is no different. It's important to recognize that Tamarac continues to earn recognition for the work being done every day. It gives me great pleasure to highlight a few of our team's accomplishments. Tamarac continues to be recognized at both the state and national levels. This year, the city once again earned the Florida League of Mayors Municipal Innovation Award for the third consecutive year. Received the AWS Champions Award for Leadership in Cloud Modernization. Was recognized through the Digital Cities Award Program for continued innovation on resident-focused services and technology. And here's a special one. The city is proud to recognize Chief Information Officer James Twigger for being named one of government technology's top 25 doers, dreamers, and drivers. It is a prestigious national honor recognizing public sector technology leaders who are shaping the future of government through innovation and service. We thank you. Tamarac also earned Government Finance Officers Association Award for Excellence in Financial Reporting for the 37th year in a row, consecutive year, along with a Distinguished Budget Award for fiscal year 2025 adopted budget. These honors continue to reflect the city's continued commitment to transparency, accountability, and financial stewardship. Please join me in giving a round of applause to all our dedicated Tamarac team. So, I first came to Tamarac as a visitor in 1978, and I officially moved here on July 4, 1994. With family and friends living here since the 1970s, I guess you can say Tamarac is in my blood. It's more than just a place I've called home for almost 34 years, not yet 43. As I drove around in my Acura Integra, I watched the city develop along the roads of University Drive, Pine Island Road, Hiatus Road, and eventually the Sawgrass Expressway. It has been a privilege to be a part of our city navigating periods of uncertainty and change, from 2007-2008 recession and the impacts of the Bernie Madoff scandal, to the COVID-19 pandemic and the new potential property tax reform. The Florida legislature has approved a proposed constitutional amendment that will appear on the ballot in November 2026. If approved by the voters, the amendment would increase the homestead exemption and could affect local government revenues. Tamarac property tax dollars help support many of the services residents rely on every day, including police and fire services, Tamarac Community Center, Recreation Center, the Aquatic Center, transportation and community shuttles, street and road maintenance, garbage, recycling, and bulk waste collection, and our 12 beautiful parks and green spaces, along with many other city services and facilities. Because the proposal has not yet been approved by voters, its ultimate impact remains uncertain. As this issue moves forward, I encourage voters to educate themselves on the proposal, review the information from a variety of reliable sources, and understand the potential implications on individual property owners and the city. An informed community is essential to making decisions that shape our shared future. It is an honor to stand before you and speak with you about the city we love. I will not say everything is perfect, and I will not suggest that everything is falling apart. Not everything is great, and hope is not lost. With that said, we have an excellent city filled with residents and businesses who have chosen to call Tamarac home. We also have dedicated employees who spend majority of their day serving this community. Many live in other cities and some in other counties. Yet they still chose Tamarac because they believe in what the city represents. But like anything that's been around for a while, continued care and attention are needed. We must address key priorities in a timely manner, including the water treatment plant, a new municipal complex, Fire Station 41, and other infrastructure projects. We also need to take a step back and reassess our priorities. We must better leverage city-owned properties and remain focused on what residents and business owners continue to ask for: safety, well-maintained roads, strong infrastructure, affordable housing options, telephones that work, and quality dining experiences that encourage people to gather and to connect, and to not just rely on drive-thrus or delivery apps. As we travel through these detours together, the destination remains the same: a stronger, more connected, and more responsive city. And like any journey, it is the turns, the traffic lights, the yield or merge signs that help shape how we get there. As management thinker Peter Drucker once said, the best way to predict the future is to create it. That is exactly why and what Tamarac continues to do each day by moving forward with purpose, vision, and commitment to the people who call this community home. Tonight, as we leave here and we get back in our cars, whether it's a traditional gas, electric, hybrid, SUV, sports car, sedan, truck, you name it, what will the mayor of 2050 be saying when she stands here, or he stands here, and they build out our city then? All I know for certain is that the path will twist and turn for them, but the road will always rise to meet them, as the city of Tamarac will always stay on the journey to remain the city for your life.